Hello Universe, it's Gypsy. This is my makeup inventory for 2019 with the fantastic ladies of Facebook. I'm going to turn you back around, I'm going to grab my notepad, and I'm going to try to go through things in the order that I went through when I first found panning a year ago, so you can see the changes in the numbers. I don't declutter, I will horse trade, and I've used products, but I've also brought products in. It took a while for some orders that I'd placed in before I started panning from overseas to come in. It also took a while for Gypsy, the Gypsy subscription to end because it was the annual subscription, and I also got gifts for Christmas. So today's inventory day, and it's been a year of panning, and I'll give you a look at how the numbers went. So let's get started. I'm going to pick up the notepad, slide some glasses on, and I'm going to try to start in the order that I wrote it in last year. Okay, so I started with eyeliner pencils, which are over here. These are the eyeliner pencils. Last year I had 58. This year I've got 55. That's down 3. The liquid eyeliners, I have 1. Last year I had 2. I'm down 1. Lip liners would be these. Last year I had 42. This year I've got 25. That's a difference of 18. Now keep in mind, this could also be through horse trading. It's a lot of use up, but it could also be through horse trading. So it's these lip liners, predominantly pencils, and I also may have recategorized some stuff after sampling it. The next count is lipsticks in this pan, not including this cobbled together product, but just the lipsticks. Last year I had 41, this year I have 43, that's up by 2. And I know that these 3 on top are new purchases, so clearly I've used some along the way. And then this 10 is the crushed 22 lip products. I actually crushed them before I did my inventory, so that wasn't counted in the count before. So it's not empty, so that's still 22 lipsticks. The next is lip glosses, and they rest in these 3 containers. Last year I had 47. 44. This year I have 47. That's up by 3, and it's more than likely the ones that I purchased right here. I know that I've panned some out. Those are 5 new purchases, so that kind of gives you an idea of the change in numbers. I'm going to pause you, and we're going to walk to the other side of the room. Hold on. This is the container that has my liquid foundations in it. Last year I had 25. This year I have 18. It is down by 7. Last year I had 1 stick foundation, which you're not going to see in this video because I panned it out. I used it up. The next category is face primers. These are the face primers I got. Last year I had 8 face primers. This year I've got 6. I'm down by 2. I've actually probably used more than those, but as I said, Gypsy's probably sent me some products. The next category is eye primers. That's in this round brass container. Last year I had 7. This year I've got 6. It's down by 1. Again, I think those numbers have bounced up and down because of the Gypsy bags and use up. The next category on my list is lip primers. I haven't located it, but I know what I have in my collection. Last year I had 3. This year I've got 2. I've used one of those products up. The next category is loose face powder. That's these containers right here, including that Dove container. That's what I'm using for Franken powder. Last year I had 7. This year I've got 8. It's gone up by 1, and I think it's this product right here. It came in an Gypsy bag. Last year for the compact collection, that's these compacts. Elf, Chanel, MAC. This is an Estee Lauder. I think that one I picked up in Mexico on vacation. Those products, the compact face powders, the count was 13. This year it's 9. I'm down by 4. And highlighters is this box. And I'm counting the palettes just as 1. These are my highlighters. Last year I had 8. This year I have 11. I'm up by 3. I think it was these products coming in, again, the Gypsy boxes. And you know it takes a long time to use up highlighters. The next category is my blush category. Last year I had 18 and this year I have 21. It's up by 3. And I know it's definitely these 2 products, but I also believe I got 2 of these e.l.f. compacts because, as I said, I was horse trading with my niece. Yeah, here's the other one. So that's where those came through. And guys, I haven't really hit this hard as far as panning because my Pan as Old as Time project with the Fantastic Ladies of Facebook has 2 blushes in it, and they're very compact, densely packed blushes. So they've been slow to pan. This product has a crack across the bottom. It was a cream, and now it's a really hard, dried out product, and I still scrape my finger across it and put it underneath blush. I'm crazy like that. I'm going to walk around to the other side of the table. Give me a second and we'll move on with this inventory. Hold on. These are my brow products. Last year I had 11. This year I've got 14. I think several of these were in the eyeliner category and they need to be in the brow category, and they got recategorized. The next is mascara. That's this category. Last year I had 15. This year I've got 6. I'm down by 9. And the single eye products. These are the single eyeshadows. These are my homemade Z palettes. This number went up because I depotted a lot of products. Last year it was 89. This year it's 123. It's gone up by 34. The palette, the eyeshadow palette collection number stayed the same. Now I have added eyeshadow palettes to my collection. Last year it was 73 and this year it's 73. I have done some horse trading, and as I said, I depotted some into these products over here. These are what I call my singles. So that's just a curious thing how the numbers have gone up. So let's move on to bronzers. This is my bronzer category. Last year I had 9. This year I had 11. It has gone up by 2. This is a new addition, and I think this is a new addition to my collection. I've only used 1 bronzer. It's really gone up 3. This is a wild card, guys. I don't know what category to put that in. I'm baffled by that. So let's move on to chapsticks. This is my chapstick category. I will tell you that I've panned this down by using them as heel balms. Last year's count was 26. This year's count is 11. I'm down by 15. Somewhere in my lip product collection is a lip plumper. I think it's right here. Yeah, this is a lip plumper. I only have 1. Last year I had 1. And the false eyelash category has not changed. I know you're not seeing them all, but I know that they haven't changed. Last year I had 5 and this year I have 5. And then on to the contour palettes. That's this collection. My contour palette collection last year was 7 and this year is 8. I've only gone up by 1, which is good for me. That's really good for me. I believe I used 1 and then I purchased 1 because I think I got it on sale. I think I purchased that one. The last category in this inventory is concealer. And these are the concealers that I'm talking about. Last year I had 12. This year I have 11. I have decreased my collection by 1. I've used 1 concealer. I actually believe that I've used more, but again, I think some things have come in Gypsy. That definitely came in Gypsy. This came in after the inventory. It's a YSL right here. So that's why my numbers fluctuate the way that they do. So last year's count, last year's total was 544 makeup items in my inventory. That was my total. I've tried diligently to crunch my numbers and give you a total. This year, my numbers are 537. That's down by 7. I know that I've used a lot more product than that, but as I said, I've done some horse trading. This number jumped dramatically because these products came out of pallets that I was counting as one, and now these are being counted individually. So that skewed my numbers dramatically. But I wanted to know where I was, and I wanted to take a close look at what I had, the products that I had in an inventory, annual inventory, because it helps me stay in touch with what I have, so it helps me to resist buying products. I know it doesn't seem that way when you see that the numbers have dropped so little, but it does help me, guys. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel. Thank you for subscribing and liking and sharing and commenting. And guys, I'll do another inventory next year. I don't expect the eyeshadows to go anywhere, but I do expect to be done with the chapsticks. I expect to be done with most of the mascaras. I hope to only have 1 in rotation at a time. The liquid eyeliner, that gold, that's kind of a special occasion eyeliner, so it'll probably still be around. I'm looking over at my numbers. Face primers seem to take a long time. Eye primers have taken a while. Maybe some of the compacts, some more of the compacts will be done. And if I can ever get through the blush, this is now a Frankenpan. This is my pan as old as time, and that's a crushed together Frankenpan eyeshadow. So actually all of this goes together. So maybe if I can finish that as planned, I can start making some progress. And I also need to decide what I want to pan next. I've got this in Throwback 30. I can't get it open with one hand. So I'm wanting to reach into my oldest products. So guys, thank you again so much for stopping by. This is my 2019 inventory. I've been panning for a year, and this is just an update to last year. Have a great day.